Hi, Sandy. You wrote a very good paper. Excellent work. Probably the weakest part of it was your analysis and critique, but I'm not even saying that's bad. I'm saying that's just the weakest part. But anyway, I wanted to just add a little more color commentary to your samples. So here we go. Now, look, looking at Sally Mann's first sample, now I realize that, as far as I'm concerned, her pictures are somewhat disturbing. There is tension there. So I'm already kind of biased in that sense. So viewing this first image in the context of her series Immediate Family, I get a certain reaction. Now, interestingly, you saw it's fairy tale and all and kind of romantic. She's blowing bubbles. It's all very nice. Um, this foreground is kind of unnecessary, but I see something different. I see this girl probably having to go to the bathroom. She's holding herself here. Got this doll. To me, these kind of dolls are always semi creepy, but that could be me. Um, so we have this kind of, yeah, the romantic part of it, the beautiful part of it is the lighting here. The lighting is very crisp. It's sharp. It's delineated. The pictures have a sense of mise en scène. It's very documentary in real life. There's a sense of reality going on here. Um, so I wanted to add that. Moving on to this one, Casimir is a total contrast. They're an interesting pair. Everybody in this class is doing Sally Mann and Gertrude Casimir because they're an interesting counterpart in his history and contemporary work. Casimir is an idealist, a romantic, striving for something very divine and spiritual. Here, in this case, it's motherhood in its one of the most beautiful forms. Breastfeeding is implied here, although we don't know that for sure. This is, I think you did say that her process accentuated the interplay of dark lights and darks. That certainly is happening here. The way this covering for the baby flows down this way from upper left to bottom right, and then there's interplay of tonality here and here. The hair against the background. The background's already out of focus. It's a very shallow depth of field. This child is hugging her mother and looking at the camera. So this child is engaged with us, whereas this mother and this younger child are off in their own world. It's quite intriguing. But this sweep of the garment just really holds it together. Curved lines imply grace. So this is gracefulness. Gertrude Casimir's style is graceful. She is grace. Okay, moving on. Sadakichi Harmon. Okay, this is, the picture implies a sense of spirituality. The man was an intellectual, a critic, a writer. The eyes are intense, mysterious. Maybe there's a touch of sinister there. Um, the light's beautiful. It models his face. I think he moves slightly, so that implies there's a sense of spirituality here. It's a little bit of like Julia Margaret Cameron, that slight out of focus movement. A beautiful portrait. Then we have now this image is just again Sally Mann. I cannot help feeling haunted by her imagery. These eyes are frightened. That there's fear in these eyes. And when you see the freckles contrasted with the fear, to me it's just, I get a knot in my stomach. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is a scar or something in the print. But right here it's being part of the image, and that's disturbing. There's a slight blur here. There's movement on the part of this girl child, woman child. But this image gives me a very disturbed feeling in my solar plexus. There's fear here. If you look at this, there's fear. Fear here, and maybe a degree of wide-eyed innocence here, because both sides of the face are different. At any rate, I'll stop here. I wanted to add my own commentary to your samples to show you how far this thing can go. I don't think I'm overdoing it. At any rate, you did a good job, and if you had gotten it in on time, it would have been pretty close to perfect. But you did a good job. I think you did a good job of bouncing back and saving yourself with this assignment. Okay, that's pretty much it. I will talk to you next time. Take care.